Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, guys. Auzubillah, bismillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Uh, I hope you guys can hear me clearly right now. It's kind of insane for me to actually be sandwiched between the two people I really adore for the sake of Allah Ta'ala. Dr. Bilal Phillips, who's been my inspiration, looking at him for past many, many years. And of course, Sheikh Ibrahim Zadan, who I've personally met. I've had the good fortune of sitting with him and learning from him. So Alhamdulillah, this has made my day. So Alhamdulillah. I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't dare be here except on a request to let me share my screen as well. And I can proceed from there. I hope you can see my screen now, inshallah. And so, like I was saying, I wouldn't dare be here except being told to be here by Sheikh Karim. And I really appreciate the opportunity to present before you. Basically, I came to US about 25, 30 years ago with my siblings, I being the youngest. And Alhamdulillah, when we came here, we had contact with the homeland. We are all immigrants, right? So we had contact with the homeland. And when it was time to actually get married at that time, it would be our parents, our family, our extended family back home who would choose a girl for us. We would go meet them, or spouse for us, actually, both boys and girls. We would meet them, inshallah, and then it would just proceed from there. But it's been more than a quarter century now, and our kids have grown up here. They are different to us. They have their own culture, alhamdulillah, even though they are rooted in Islam, but they are natives of this land. So their culture is different, the way they speak is different. Their primary language is no longer our native tongues, which from the country where we came from. It is English for most part. And when we start looking for spouses, one of the requests that comes from our kids is, Baba, please look for a boy for me who can actually I can be compatible with. And I understand that. I mean, it is different. The culture is different from where we came, and it's been a growing problem of late. As you can see, hopefully you guys can see my slide. It's been for the past many years now. We have the 18s and the 29-year-olds actually dominate our demographic, the Muslim demographic out in the West, especially in the US, Canada, and even in England for that matter. And of course, the culture of dating or finding a spouse here in the West is totally incompatible. I mean, it's totally haram in Islam. So our kids are stuck with it. They want to follow the deen. They are close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They want to hold dear to Islam. But they're kind of stuck between two hard places, one being finding a spouse from back home, another having no other avenues here. So Alhamdulillah, I mean, some people have taken the initiative and launched different groups. But again, comes a problem where the other matrimonial groups that have been started were started with groups affiliated with either some political or social movement or conferences which are essentially not compatible to the way we feel. We want to hold on to conservative Islam, and there have been compromises being done all across many groups. And one of the other side, they don't really care. There have been many platforms that have been launched successfully, that is, but Deen is not essentially a big part of promoting those platforms. So a need was felt to provide a halal platform where we can find a spouse, or our kids can find a spouse who are as serious about the deen as we, alhamdulillah, our kids, alhamdulillah, are. So keeping this in mind, when I was going through, I started looking for a spouse for my kid as well, my daughter as well. uh, recently, and before me, my spouses, all of the kids are grown up, alhamdulillah, married now, almost all of them. We started looking for, we realized that the group that we are associating with has to maintain the decorum that Islam calls us for. To it is a requirement in Islam. Anything other than that would be haram. So segregation of the sexes, no free chit chatting, no free interactions, and there were a couple of approaches that we had. One of the approach could be, okay, open up a WhatsApp group like many have, allow people to post their profiles directly, but that carries a very big risk with it, where you can have free interactions between the two genders. There might be inappropriate posts there. There might be photos being posted. There could be videos being posted there. And you require a team of administrators to actually uh, closely monitor that group, to delete unwanted messages. And it has to be very proactive. And alhamdulillah, with our diaspora being spread across the globe, I mean, we have posts coming in from right across 24/7. So this kind of platform would require a team of moderators continuously online monitoring everything, which is, in my view, it's a very hard ask. We have limitations. Very few people actually do get involved in this. So there was a second option where we could have an email-based group where people would email the profiles, moderators would gather them and just put them in a table format and email it out weekly, right? But then in this approach as well, it would have to be heavily handled by the moderators. They would have to extract the data, format it, put it in a table or a spreadsheet or some kind of document, and then email it out regularly. And keep an eye on the profiles, those who are already, alhamdulillah, they found a spouse, where they could have dropped out of, or maybe their preferences had changed at that point. Now, keeping this in mind, what we decided, inshallah, that the model that we are going to launch would be a hybrid model where we have a WhatsApp group, but it's very closely, it's actually fully controlled by administrators, by the moderators there. And the members would be able to join, but they would not be able to post directly. They would be able to just view the profiles being posted. Now, how do we have the profiles sent in? Simple. We created an email, 𝙀𝙢𝙖𝙞𝙀@gmail.com, where the members would email their profile in a certain format, in a clear format. Maybe you would hide your privacy issues, like basically you could hide your name, but you could provide a contact information of an elder, of a parent, of a mom, dad, to this email address, and you could have it in a format, say something about yourself, say your age, your maybe a few sentences about yourself, your looks, your interest, your education. Have it listed in the profile and send it to this email. From there, the moderators would look at it just and then copy and paste, hopefully, the profile down to the WhatsApp group. Once on the WhatsApp group, it would be visible to all the members there. This actually serves two purposes. First, it prevents any unwanted interactions, unwanted chat. And the second thing is it's a consistent approach where everybody, when they send their profile, it's in a format that is readable, understandable. And it's the platform itself, the WhatsApp group itself serves as a first contact platform, right? So you have your contact information. If you look at something that interests you or your ward, or your parent, you could just contact them directly, maybe text them at the phone number that's given, or maybe just call them and see where it takes you from there, inshallah. This actually limits the interaction as such to really serious people. And inshallah, we don't have any exposure to any haram issues there. So the idea behind this group was very simple, right? That it's a WhatsApp group eventually. and you send the profile, it's there. Everybody these days, it's a very common platform. Everybody knows how to use it. Uh, and the easy way of the rules that we set up were very simple for this one. Like I said, the profile should be simple, readable, give some details about themselves. We have put a template down at the WhatsApp group description itself. And I will, inshallah, or one of the moderators who have joined in with me, alhamdulillah, we can keep updating it time to time to send it as a reminder. Uh, of course, no photographs will be allowed with the profiles. It will just not be posted, or videos, they will not be posted. If any inappropriate profiles are sent, it will not be posted. And nobody will have access to actually look at that. Other than that, I mean, the approach was very simple. It was very manageable, alhamdulillah. As it grows, inshallah, we might actually go with the approach of having two separate groups, where one, we can have profiles of the men there, and in the other, we could have the profiles of the girls there, inshallah. But for now, we have a common group, and we'll see, inshallah, where it takes us. I welcome
I
any
welcome any
inputs,
inputs,
any suggestions,
any
any
suggestions,
chances of
any
improvements.
chances of improvements. I
This
absolutely
is
welcome.
actually
This
a
is
very new
actually a
venture for
very
me.
new venture for
My
me.
background,
My
I'm from
background,
the
I'm
field
from
of
the field of IT, so
developer,
I'm
senior
a
developer,
developer, senior developer, been through it.
so I'm used to
So I'm
technology, but I'm
used to
not used to
technology,
these
but
kind
I'm
of
not used to these
platforms.
kind of
The
platforms.
reason, like I
The
said,
reason, like I said,
kind of
I
volunteered
kind of volunteered
was it's my own
was
personal need.
it's my own
I'm
personal
looking for
need.
something
I'm
that
looking for
would
something
help
that would help
my
my daughter, my
niece, nephews
niece,
in
nephews,
future,
actually in future, inshallah, that
will help them find a
will help them
suitable
find
partner.
a
So
suitable partner. So
pray to Allah Ta'ala
pray to
that
Allah Ta'ala
Allah help
that
us
Allah Ta'ala help
through
us
it
through
and
this,
guide us
inshallah, and guide us
to the best
through to the
options that
best
are out
options
there.
that are out there.
So
So
this
this
is
is
what you see
what
on
you
the
see on the
screen
screen
is
is
the link to
the
the
link to
WhatsApp
the
group.
WhatsApp group.
If you
If you
guys
guys
have
have any
you have a phone screen, you can
take
scan this QR code,
QR code,
and it will
and
take
it
you
will take
straight to
you
the
straight to the
WhatsApp group.
WhatsApp
You
group.
can
You can
try to join
try to
here.
join
It
here.
will be
It will be
moderated.
moderated, of course. The
You
moderator
have
will
to
have to
approve your
approve your
membership,
membership.
and of course
And
you
of
can
course,
send
you
your
can send your
profile to the
profile to
email
the email
given
given,
matrimonial
at
@gmail.com,
gmail.com,
and one of
and
the
one of the
administrators will,
administrators will,
inshallah, just
inshallah,
pick it
just
up
pick
and
it
post
up
it
and
there.
post it there.
Uh,
Uh,
and if you
and if you
have any
have any
questions from
questions
here,
from here,
inshallah,
inshallah,
I
I
am
am
open to
open to
answer any
answer any
questions.
questions.
Assalamu alaikum, brother Amir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear now. I
Yes,
had
I
to
can hear
refresh my
now.
screen.
I had to
Apologies.
refresh my screen. Apologies.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. Yeah, Jazakallah khair for the presentation. We're going to have the QR code throughout the whole day today, inshallah. I'm not too sure if there are a few questions or not, but one of the questions I think for relevant for our youth here in Toronto is the plan. Is it like going to be divided within different sections? Is it all AIM? And I think the other questions that might also be relevant is also finding someone upon the same methodology of understanding when it comes to the understanding of Islam. So, any comments?
From the side of AIM is that we know the methodology we come from. We come from the methodology of Quran and Sunnah, and following the methodology of the Salaf. We know where we stand. And everybody who's interested in these conferences, we know where they come from. They are serious about their deen. They know where they stand. They want their spouse to actually come from the same background as well. And that is one of the reasons why actually I stepped forward. Like I said, this is not something I ever did before, but this was something I felt was sorely needed for our kids who are serious about their deen, who want to be on the right path, who don't want to get deviated by all the glitz and the glamour in the so-called Dawa world and the Islamic conference world that is out there, which is basically polluting our mind. So this was definitely a reason, and inshallah, may Allah Ta'ala give barakah in it. This is one of the reasons why we launched it. And talking about the platform itself, right now we just have one WhatsApp group. We have only a few members posting right now, so it is manageable there. But as we go along, if it gets too busy, then we might actually split the brothers group from the sisters group, and it will still be the same format. Nobody will be allowed to post anything in there. The moderators will still receive the email, receive the profile in the email, and they will be the ones copying and pasting the profiles on the relevant WhatsApp group. And no interaction will be allowed whatsoever. But it all depends on how busy we get and how unmanageable one WhatsApp group gets at that point.
Jazakallah khair. Jazakallah khair, Brother Amir. I don't know if any of the brothers have questions, but we had a question from the sisters. If a sister doesn't have a wali, for example, she is a convert, for example, in that situation, what could be done?
And this is something one of the shayukh there should answer. Frankly, it is not my place to say anything in this regard. But what I would suggest is you can definitely send your profile to us, but the contact information that you put in your profile, you can get a senior in your community, an imam maybe locally, or maybe a local imam's spouse or a sister, or somebody senior who's known in your community. Request them to have their contact number posted so that when somebody contacts them, they can just answer the questions that is needed and take the first step, inshallah. But again, that question should be answered by whether or not you can directly do that, or how do you go about it. It's for one of the shayukh to answer. It's not my place on this platform.
Allah, Jazakallah khair. I know that many of our youth are looking to get married. Alhamdulillah, we hear a lot of questions from the sisters as well as the brothers, inshallah. But just a reminder for both of them. Just by a show of hands, anyone ready to be married? Who else who's looking for marriage?
Brother, the audio is a bit corrupted.
Alhamdulillah, many brothers are looking for marriage. I'm assuming sisters as well. Who's ready to get married tomorrow? One brother. So me and you will connect, inshallah. We have a database, alhamdulillah, so we'll connect, inshallah. Other brothers, the next time we ask this question, I hope you can raise your hand if you're ready to get married tomorrow, inshallah. Yeah. Alhamdulillah, inshallah. No worries, inshallah. May Allah put barakah in it for you. Jazakallah khair. So inshallah, any brothers who are ready to get married tomorrow, please get in touch with me, and then we'll set it up, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. So we're going to make the Salatul Asr now.